Hi everyone, this video is about why I left social media. Enjoy.
Um, why am I just now putting this video out? Gosh, for several reasons. First of all, um, I didn't have the balls to really, make the video. I was still going through the process of the video. Um, I was just still just really not ready to talk about it, to really talk about what happened to me. I wasn't ready, but now I am. And then even when I made the actual video itself, it was just so not entertaining. I don't know if this will be any entertaining, but I do hope so. And I guess another reason also is knowing that so many people could be affected by my story. And I'm a really shy person. This just proves how shy I am. I am behind one of my daughter's toys, Rainbow Dash, who's also very courageous, may we add. She's very courageous and very brave, and so I try to embody braveness and courage with everything I do. I'm a very confident person, and so naturally you would think that I'm really brave. But I mean, we all are in our own ways. But that's besides the point. I'm a chatterbox. I chat too much. Me always chat too much. Always say that. Anytime I think out how I chat too much, I say we chat too much. Anyway. So why did I leave social media? I left social media because I leave social media a lot, actually. Often due to needing social breaks. I just feel which is a conversation for another time. I just feel social media can be detrimental to one's future. You hear Prince going to the bathroom. I hope not. Well, now you know because I've announced it. Anyway, it can be detrimental to one's future. I need a whole refill. Well, at least my shit's still on my fingers. That's all that matters. But yeah, it's detrimental to one's future at times, depending on the content that you see often. I guess at times I feel it's a tug of war between me and social media. Some days excuse me by the way, my allergies are acting up. Some days I'm just yeah, I love social media, that's dope, that's cool, and another day I'm just this is not for me. So I get that often, and then that's when I'm okay, I need to quiet myself. I need to do things that are really productive and spiritual things, all kind of things. But this time I left social media because I was assaulted, and I didn't want to share why I was assaulted, or I'm not a famous person, but I do have some attention. I do get attention. I used to get a lot more attention than I get now, and there's pretty important people that follow me even now. And I just I hope y'all didn't hear that stomach of mine going the way it goes. But I just feel at that time, people already have misconceptions of me, and people already think they know me, and I'm not easily accessible to people as it is. But the ones that even then, I know a lot of people who have my number aren't my real friends, and so I just I just didn't feel all that. But now a bitch is out the box, and I am ready to discuss this. And why I love social media, part one and part two, because this is a really long discussion. But yeah, I got assaulted, and I got assaulted. Oh. Excuse me. I got assaulted and attacked by someone who I love, and someone that I was very close to. And I was attacked for someone over the fact that I love someone else. And I don't know like how much I should say of it, but you know, I'm part of me. Like I'm naturally torn with things sometimes. And part of me like wants to tell y'all everything and just be this open book and just have like this Kardashian reality series where y'all just know everything. And then another part of me is like, wait, I don't want y'all to know everything. But it's like I have to remember that what happened to me is not all bad. And maybe I can help somebody. So I am gonna be open. You know what? I'm gonna be open. On May 25th, 2018, I just dropped my daughter off at school and I was on my way home and I was running really late. You know, I'm not the best with time management. I'm late right now, but I just figured like I just put this out there. And I was late and I was trying to, you know, get ready for work and my daughter's father was in my home still. And I'm just like, why are you still here? You know, we co-parent and I'm just like, Genesis left, like I don't need help with getting her ready anymore. And you know, I know that my baby father was still in love with me prior and I love him, but I'm not in love with him. And that's something that I've been trying to explain to him for years now. It's like I love everybody. Like honestly, I love people that hate me. I love people who don't know me. Like I love everybody, and I'm quick to tell a person I love them. But there's a difference between me loving you and being in love with you. And I am not in love with him. And I just happened to be in love with someone else. And he was really upset with it. And this person, I always call him my husband, because that's the kind of relationship that I had with this person. It was just like, we're always like husband and wife, and everybody around us is aware of that. So, he was saying like how I'm going to struggle without him and I'm never going to like amount to anything without him. And I just felt that was really not true, because you know, no monkey stops the show. Like the show always goes on despite, you know, anyone else. So he I said to him, I'm never going to struggle, because as long as I got God and my husband, I'll be straight, like I'll be good. And he said, your husband, let your husband save you out of this. And he punched me in my face and dragged me by my hair from one room to the next. And I'll try to save y'all as many details as possible, because it gets bad. And I was choked and scratched and punched and thrown around. And you know, I really thought I was going to die. Like I thought that I was going to die and that was it. And the thought of never seeing the people that I love again, you know, it just brought me back to life every time, along with my spirit guides and God being there, just guiding me to telling me to stay alive, helping me stay alive, because I was going unconscious, you know, being beat so much. I was beat for 20 minutes. What ultimately made the change during that ordeal was when my daughter's father grabbed a wooden table of mine and slammed it on my head, because I wouldn't stay down. I just kept getting up, fighting back. And it took him slamming that table on my head multiple times, hitting my face with it, and hitting my head with it, and to a point where God told me, okay, that's enough, block your face, or something. I believe God told me to block my face, my spirit guides, whoever, the voice said, block your face, block your face. And so I kept hitting my hands with the wooden table, because he couldn't get to my face, he couldn't get to my head. So as I was making my way out, he choked me again, and I told him I loved him. And that's when he stopped. And rewind, fast forward, I was finally able to escape the house. I had to tell a lie and came back with the cops, and he was gone. He wasn't in my place anymore. And I didn't realize that I got hit in the head that bad. And I'll post pictures up with it to the point where my skull was cracked open, and I knew I was bleeding. I knew he broke my nose because my nose was bleeding, and that never happened to me before. So I was just like, "What? Like I bleed from here too?" because like no one ever, like, I've been in fights and no one ever was like, one thing I can say, don't touch my face, like, scratch my hands up, scratch my legs up, shoot, cut my neck, but don't ever touch my face. Like, this shit is my money maker. Like, you don't get another face. Like, you're gonna have to go through major surgery. So I always felt like, don't touch my face. And for me to see blood leaking from my nose, I was shocked, but I was aware of that. But seeing the blood like coming from my head, and I still have the bonnet. Actually, I still have the bonnet for the blood. Like, I had my head in the bonnet because he pulled my weave out of my head. That's how crazy he pulled me. But I went to the hospital, and my life changed at that moment. I said, I can't do social media. Can't do it. Not today. Not while everybody's living their life and, I'm in a hospital, leaking from my head, leaking from my nose, leaking from my neck, and my hands are not the same because the table was hitting my hands, and find out that, I have all these different things going on with me now because my head is cracked open and I had to get 14 staples. Please, honey, please. 14 staples on the head. When I tell you pain, I've had a child, I had C-sections, like, I've been through some shit. When I tell you those 14 staples on my head, and I still have a lump on my head. It's October, and this happened in May, and I'm just now putting this video out because it's like when I really sit and think about what I went through and what I'm still going through because of what happened to me. I can't write the same. I can't walk the same sometimes. My legs hurt. My hands hurt. I can't drive sometimes. And to top it all off, I have traumatic brain injury now. I have a traumatic brain injury. I suffer from PTSD where some days it's like I'm really frustrated. I don't understand something, or I can't hold my phone for too long, or those noises are too loud and I need absolute quiet. I'm still jazz. I'm still jazz, but I'm like a new jazz. Like, I'm like jazz 2.0 right now. I'm really more confident than ever, like to a point where I rock out with my natural hair all the damn time now. And not that I was never, against wearing my natural hair. It was just like, I'm just loving me because having those 14 staples in my head, I couldn't wear weave for a long time. So I had to wear my natural hair. And I was like, damn, my hair is longer than what I thought it was. I ain't bald. I don't wear my contacts as much anymore. It's just like I'm good in those areas, but then there's times where it's like, damn, my hands is killing me. I can't even right now. Like, I just had to shift my phone because my hand is killing me. And so this is something that I do have to get taken care of, where sometimes I can't get certain words out, or I say things different than what I normally would say or how it's supposed to be pronounced because of having a brain injury. But then there's like times where like I can recall like things that I might have forgot in a long time, and now I remember. So I'm saying this to say I'm a survivor of crazy domestic violence. And I love social media because of my situation I was going through, and because I didn't know how people on social media would understand, I went through this. It's not okay. If you're going through this, you got to speak up. You got to get out that situation. I had an aunt who died from domestic violence. I almost died from domestic violence. There's a police report in regards to all of this. The police looked at my home as a crime scene for a minute, to a point where it took me a while to really just get it clean. And I still have to raise my child. I'm a newly single mother now. And even just trying to say that, like, you can tell there's differences, but I'm a better me. I'm more happier after my injury. I'm sorry to say it. Like, I'm sorry that I went through that. I wish I didn't go through that. I shouldn't have went through it. But I'm glad that I got good things out of it. If that makes sense. So now you all know why I left social media. And now you all know why I take breaks often. And thank you for not judging me in regards of this. I'm good now. I'm safe now. But, we still worry, my family and I. Because, who's to say that my daughter's father might not come back and finish what he started, I've been in contact with him since then, and he has told me that he's sorry. But it's like, I would never take him back. I don't even know how his dick look. I haven't seen that man's dick in years. Like, I mean, it's not funny, but this is real life stuff. And there's people out here, no one would have ever thought that I was going through domestic violence for as long as I went through. People close to me knew, and I've actually lost friends because of it. But and actually, lost a lot of relationships with my family at times because of it. But no one really knew. And this is serious. And another thing, if you know somebody that's going through domestic violence and they always run back, like, really talk to them about why they run back, because no one really understood, like, why I always went back to him or why I was always nice to him. Like, everybody was just like, oh, you want him because he got money, or, he take good care of you. And that is true. Like, I've lived in nice places. I lived on City Avenue in a gated community. Like, I've had everything, anything that anybody wanted, any girl wanted, I got it. Like, I always had phone, computer, own place, like, car, everything. I always had it, always have, and still do have everything that, that I need or want. But that wasn't the only reason why I stayed. It was more of an emotional thing. And so I would advise people, who've been through domestic violence or know people who are going through it, get to the root of why you're still there or why that person was still there. Because that's the issue. Like, my big thing was, I'm getting really personal, but my big thing was, like, I'm cool with being alone because I was raised as an only child, though I have siblings. But when I'm going through things, like, that was my emotional support. And, like, I've already went through emotional verbal abuse prior to him. So it's like, here's a person, I seen that cared about me, and it was just a lot. But regardless of the fact, I'm here, I'm alive, I'm good. Thank you for everybody who always been checking on me. People I haven't seen in a while that check on me. Thank y'all. I appreciate it. Thank you for rocking with me and supporting with me, even though it took 20 years to make this video. I will do my best to do better because, honestly, I never imagined myself being a single mom, but being a single mom and having physical and internal injuries as well, it's a lot. And so I just needed, to find my groove. And it just took from May to October, really. And I'm still finding my groove, but I'm much better than, honey, I was a freaking mess in May. Let me tell you, I was a mess in May. I was a mess in June. I was halfway a mess in July. I was halfway a mess in August. I'm getting better in September. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. I made it to October. I'm in October and I'm thriving, honey. I'm thriving. God is taking care of me and God is taking care of you. So stay blessed. Stay prayed up. I'm farting. Excuse me. I never farted on video before. Oh my gosh. Bye, y'all. That's my cue to go. Bye. Love y'all.
Thanks for watching, guys. Stay tuned for part 2. Love y'all. Muchos besos.